Spider-Man Across the Multiverse is the sequel to the animated hit film from 2018, Spider-Man Into the Multiverse. And I'll start off by saying that first film was fantastic. I loved it. It was in my top 10 films for that year. It went on to win an Oscar. So of course I was really looking forward to watching this sequel. And a lot of times sequels will disappoint you and it just doesn't live up to the original, but no. This time around, Spider-Man Across the Multiverse, it delivers, and it delivers big time. First of all, I gotta say the animation is phenomenal. It's so well done, it's so unique, it's so creative. You've never seen anything like this before, and it's just amazing how these creative minds that put together this film were able to package the storyline and the characters and make it such a beautiful product. I know that the animation style for these Spider-Man films are not for everyone. It's a little different than your typical animation, so not everyone's gonna love it, but I certainly did. The action scenes were phenomenal. The choreography, the poses that the characters had, it was amazing. It was definitely eye candy. Even in the still parts of the movie where it was just dialogue, they just found really creative and unique ways to portray the storyline and the characters and their moods and their intentions and their motives and everything. And it was just really great storytelling, and which ties into the script as well. I really liked how this movie embraces the Miles Morales character, and that's one of the peak reasons why I love this series of films in the first place, because I'm a great fan of Peter Parker, obviously, as Spider-Man, but I'm also a fan of the Miles Morales version, and this film really captures that essence really, really well. And I love that how he's close to his family. He has conflicts with his father, his mother, his family in general, and he's a student, and it's also he's learning to become a Spider-Man. I thought they just told this story really, really well. And the first act, let's just say, of the film does focus on his family life and his real life, and then before jumping into the spider action. But I thought it was really great and really integral to who Miles Morales is. It establishes who he is, and basically it establishes a theme for the movie, which is family. And then it goes into the Spider-Man portion of the film, and wow, I'm not gonna give anything away, but Spider-Man fans will be happy. There's tons of Easter eggs, tons of surprises, and as a Spider-Man fan myself, I was just trying to find every little Easter egg I could. But the animation again is phenomenal. This movie puts it all together also well. The voice acting is great and spot on. There's a lot more of the Gwen Stacy Spider-Girl. I forget her character's name, but the Gwen Stacy character from the first film, there's much more of her, which I really appreciated, and it really grew her character arc and tied into Miles Morales' character, which I thought was also really well done. A lot of the fun from the first film came from the different versions of Spider-Man, working together, and you see a little bit of that here too, but you see much, much more, and it was just lots of fun. Animation was beautiful, the storytelling was great, the music, the soundtrack was excellent. I love this movie a lot. It's one of those rare cases where the sequel, to me, outdoes the original. And be warned, this is a second part of what I'm assuming is to be a trilogy, so there is not that closure of a film that fans may be looking for. It does end on a cliffhanger, and this movie is like 2 hours and 20 minutes, I believe, but it doesn't feel long at all, as opposed to like the previous week with The Little Mermaid, which did feel really, really long, and I wanted it to be over. This one, total opposite. I didn't want it to end. I was just so entranced by the animation and the storytelling and the action. I didn't want it to. I looked at my clock, oh shoot, I feel like it's gonna end soon and I don't want it to, and that's kind of how I felt. And it was just so great. So for me, Spider-Man Across the Multiverse gets a boom, 10 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching my review. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel MC on Film for more reviews in the future.